Hey guys, I'm Nisha Homey. Today I'm sharing a protein and fiber rich healthy thali. This healthy and nutrient rich thali does not contain rice or wheat. Ideal to include in diabetic diet or as a healthy and filling weight loss meal. So let's get started with the recipes. Into a bowl, I'm adding in half cup chopped methi leaves. Methi leaves are also known as fenugreek leaves. Into this I'm adding in 1 green chilli finely chopped. Green chilli you can increase or decrease as per your taste. 1/4 inch of ginger finely chopped and 4 to 5 shallots or small onions finely chopped. Now the reason why I use shallots or small onions in my recipes is that they are a good source of iron and folate. They are also rich in antioxidants. Half teaspoon pink Himalayan salt or as needed. 1/3 teaspoon jeera, also known as cumin seeds. 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder. Today I am using Vigon turmeric which has high curcumin content. 1/4 teaspoon freshly ground black pepper powder. Black pepper helps in better assimilation of turmeric faster into your body. So try to always add at least a fat pinch of black pepper powder when you are using turmeric for better assimilation of turmeric. 1/4 teaspoon Kashmiri chilli powder. 2 fat pinches of hing, also known as asafoetida. Jeera and asafoetida will help with digestion. With my hand, I am just mixing all this really well. This will help to release the moisture in the ingredients. By massaging the ingredients, the moisture in them will be easily released out. And when you squeeze, you can see the moisture has started to release out. This I'm adding in 1 cup of jowar atta, also known as sorghum. Jowar is a highly nutritious millet. It is completely gluten free. It helps to manage blood sugar levels, aids in good digestion. Jowar is also a good source of iron, and being a complex carbohydrate, jowar gets digested slowly, hence ideal for those with health issues like diabetes, PCOS and thyroid. The high phytochemical antioxidants in jowar helps to reduce inflammation in the body. Including millets in your diet will make sure that your meal contains fiber, protein, zinc, calcium, magnesium, niacin and folic acid. Remember that millets are an excellent source of folic acid. Next I'm adding in 1/3 cup raw jackfruit flour. Raw jackfruit flour has a low glycemic index. Now for those who are new to raw jackfruit flour, it is made from raw mature jackfruit. It is sun-dried and then powdered. The high fiber in raw jackfruit flour helps to keep you feel fuller for a longer time. Raw mature jackfruit flour helps to manage blood sugar levels. With my hand, I am mixing all this really well. Adding in half cup water little by little, and I am mixing it into a soft dough. And once the dough is mixed, it should be of spreadable consistency. That is, you should be able to spread the dough like this with your fingers. So this is the consistency you should be looking at. Also note that raw jackfruit flour does not contain gluten. Hence this is ideal for those who are trying to avoid wheat. And now I'm going to keep this aside. I'm heating my cast iron kadai with 1 tablespoon wood pressed coconut oil. Instead of wood pressed coconut oil, you can use any locally sourced wood pressed oils of your choice. Always remember that healthy cooking is all about using the right quality of oils. So try to use wood pressed oils in your diet for your better health. I have already sliced 5 shallots and 2 green chillies. Green chillies I have slit halfway through. Now instead of shallots or small onions, you can use half of an onion finely chopped. Once the oil is heated, add this into the kadai. Add in a sprig of fresh curry leaves. Give this a stir. Once the shallot starts to turn light pink or transparent, I'm adding in 1 cup of beans which I have sliced like this. Pink Himalayan salt as needed. 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder. 1/4 teaspoon black pepper powder. Give this all a good mix. Once nicely mixed, add in a couple of splashes of water. Cover and allow the beans to cook on low flame. A couple of minutes later, open the lid. Give it a good stir. cast iron has high heat retention, hence it will get cooked really fast. Allow the beans to roast lightly for about 2 minutes on low flame. 2 minutes later, the beans has roasted lightly and is ready to serve. So I'm going to turn off the flame. Cooking in cast iron helps in better iron absorption. So try to cook at least one of your meal in a cast iron cookware if you have iron deficiency anemia. I have already cooked dal with 1 tomato, turmeric powder and salt. Give it a good mix. Into this I'm adding in 1/4 cup water or as needed. Add water as per your desired consistency. Turn on the flame and bring this to a boil. For tadka, I am heating my tadka pan with 2 teaspoons wood pressed groundnut oil. I have already sliced 3 to 4 shallots, 4 to 5 garlic cloves which I have finely chopped, 1 green chilli which I have slit, and 1/4 of ginger which I have chopped finely. Once the oil is heated, I am adding in 1 teaspoon jeera, also known as cumin seeds. Once the jeera splutters, reduce the flame to the lowest and add in 2 whole red chillies which I am breaking into small pieces and adding in. Next, add in the sliced ingredients. 1/4 teaspoon hing, also known as asafoetida. 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder. 1/4 teaspoon Kashmiri chilli powder. 1/4 teaspoon coriander powder. Give it a good stir. Pour the tadka over the dal. Sprinkle in some fresh coriander leaves and cover. I am heating my cast iron tawa and I am greasing it with wood pressed gingerly oil. Gingerly oil is also known as sesame oil or till oil or nallenna in Malayalam. Once the tawa is heated, reduce the flame to the lowest and take a portion or a handful of the dough ball which we had already made and kept aside, and place it in the center of the tawa and lightly press it down. Take some water in a katori and dip your finger in the water and spread it out into a round circle. Make sure you dip your fingers in water, only then it will easily spread out. And lastly, wet a spoon and level the top. Drizzle in wood pressed sesame oil. Cover and let it cook on low flame. Sesame oil has an amino acid called thyrosin. Thyrosin boosts serotonin, which helps to fight stress and depression. It reduces inflammation inside the body, regulates fasting blood sugar levels. Sesame oil helps to balance hormones, hence ideal for those with hormonal issues like PCOS and thyroid. Open the lid and carefully flip it over. Flip it over and serve to a plate. Dal curry, beans, salad. I have some sliced carrots and shallots. Shallots or small onions are also a good source of prebiotics. And lastly, vegan curd. I have already shared 4 different vegan curd recipes. Please do check them out. And my healthy, nutrient dense, filling thali is ready to serve. So guys, do try this healthy thali and let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching and until next time, take care. Bye bye.